All right, hi guys, I'm Rick,
I'm Kevin.
and we're back again with another rebranding topic. This time we want to talk about, what was it, triggering events? Is that what it was?
Yeah, so triggering of what kind of pushes a company to kind of assess and think about whether they want to rebrand their company or not. So when thinking about or when working with a client, whoever it is, there might be a certain event or trigger, like maybe they're offered a lot of products or services in the past and now they're trying to pivot and offer fewer services. Maybe they're not hasn't been working for them in the past, or whatever it is that may be. So kind of when do you see when a client comes to you, and how do you assess when a rebrand is right for them?
Okay. Yeah, so there are some common reasons somebody might assess their brand strategy overall, which might lead them towards a rebrand or a brand evolution for them. Some of those would be what you just said, kind of narrowing in or zeroing in on a specific focus of either certain product offerings or services that really curate towards a specific demographic or target market. Large companies tend to do this where they kind of generalize and then they realize they have to niche down. The way they do that is they define who are those target markets. They do some exercises to figure out, some market research to figure out who are those ideal markets. We can help with that as part of that rebranding exercise. And then figure out what is that value proposition that market cares about for these specific sets of products and services, and use their own wording and language to be able to curate the messaging and the marketing components and their branded material and collateral to really speak to that, and use the type of colors and imagery and video and wording that resonate to that target market. Whereas before, a generalized message would supposedly appeal to everybody, but it falls flat usually when you do that. So this is, you really want to narrow in and specifically speak to you as the intended target market, right? So that's the idea with that. Another reason is, we've done this a few times. Generationally, businesses will hand down the control of the business, the ownership of the business to sons and daughters, and then their sons or daughters to the keys to the kingdom, so to speak, right? And these are really fun jobs for us when we get to rebrand a company that's been around for 50 to 100 years, because you're on your second and third generation of a family, and with each generation there's this new evolution and kind of new energy that gets instilled into that brand. And you have to honor that heritage of that company and the history of it, and you have to bring that forward into where they're going with that company, right? So a lot of times it's that the multi-generational businesses, when they're handing off, they're getting ready to go into the future with a new generation. That's been really fun for us to work with for a rebranding project. And then the last one that I can think of at this moment would be significant milestones outside of kind of handing off to a new generation, which would be like, we're hitting our 100th anniversary or hitting our 200th anniversary of a company. That's huge, right? And a lot of times it's very easy for communities of people to forget that a company's been around that long. They just go, oh, yeah, that's that company. They do stuff. They've always done stuff. That's just who they are. That's what they've always done. You lose the energy and excitement when it comes to a company that's been kind of an institution to a community. So when a company hits their 100th or 200th year anniversary, it's very helpful to have kind of ways to celebrate that heritage again, but also to talk about what has that brand done to that community's culture, what has it brought to the table as far as resources, jobs, what has it done in the community as far as charitable efforts, and then of course the actual product and service offerings, right? So it's good to look back and reflect on that and bring that to the community again and let them know, but also bring that to the future and say, here's how we intend to keep doing this, and the plan for doing that going forward with a strategic vision, right? So those significant milestones are usually a great case for reassessing your brand strategy for your business or your organization, and making sure you can articulate that to your intended audiences, so that you are honoring the past while looking forward.